Alright, so we're going to start off standing, and one of the main themes of today's class is going to be spinal mobility and shoulder mobility. Alright, so we're just going to begin opening up your arms like so, just kind of flapping your arms back and forth. It's just like a little stretch through your chest, and your shoulder is a ball and socket joint. It's a ball and a socket like that, and it creates this lubrication called synovial fluid. It's like the consistency of egg whites. And the more that you use your shoulders, the more synovial fluid it creates. So I mean, it does that with all your joints, but the ball and socket joints definitely kind of create the most amount of anything that goes into it. So we're just moving the shoulder through all the planes of motion that it does, because shoulders do all sorts of crazy stuff, like they flap their arms like that, they do, maybe like that, maybe like that, just kind of like free movement time. And then eventually we'll bring both hands straight up over your head and do a glitter fingers of joy. And then exhale, fold over at the waist, down into a forward fold. Take a deep breath, a long exhale. Let your head and arms hang down heavy. And then we'll bend at the knees and curl all the way back up to standing, bringing both hands up to over your head. And then exhale, hands down by your sides. Cool. So we're going to do a walkout to a push-up to a high lunge to a trunk rotation. So the way that that looks is inhale, raise both hands up. Walk yourself out into your push-up, and then we're going to step into a high lunge, and the hand that's closest to that foot rotates up and out to the side. Come all the way back, up to standing, hands over your head, and then walk yourself out, push up on the other side. I mean, it's always a push-up, but then your other foot comes up, and then the hand that's closest to that foot comes up into a trunk rotation, and then walk yourself all the way back up to standing. So we're going to do 10 of these total. And this is all moving stretch sort of stuff. So we're getting all your joints moving. But more importantly, we're getting your trunk rotating in a bunch of different ways. And after you do your push-up and you step into that high lunge, try to keep your back leg as straight as possible. Just raise that hand up. This one is 8 for me. We'll go for 2 more. Going 10 total. And by the end of this, you should start to feel like pretty loose, pretty warm, mentally relaxed, emotionally flexible. Super duper. I would say too much fun, but I think it's just the right amount of fun. Okay, so we're going to take a wide stance, feet shoulder and hip width apart, and we're going to go down into a sumo squat, and then trunk rotation from down there. So raise both hands up over your head, squat down really deep, plant both hands on the ground, bring your right hand up, take a look at the sky, bring your left hand up, take a look at the sky. Both hands come up over your head, and then come back up to standing. We're going to do 5 of those total. So just squatting deep, coming down. You can kind of brace the opposite arm against your knee. As we keep moving through it. So this also stretches out your lats. And pretty much everything all the way down from your shoulders to your hips. Good. Let's do one more, just for safe measure. Great. Cool. So we're going to take a forward lunge with an alternate toe touch. So stepping left foot forward, reaching towards the right hand, come up with your hand over your head. Alternating legs, we're going to go for a set of 20 reps. And 20. Cool. Once we're done with those, we're going to go down to the ground. We're going to do a set of 25 push-ups. Okay? So keep your feet slightly wider than hip width apart. Hands on your shoulders. We'll go for 25 reps. If your knees need to drop down, you can always drop down halfway through or towards the end, but try to keep the tempo alive. Okay? Start whenever you're ready. Going for 25. Nice one. If it starts feeling difficult, you can always scream as you push up. For some reason that helps a lot of people, screaming. Doesn't help me personally, but I'm screaming on the inside. All right, so we're gonna take a lateral lunge to stretch out your inner thigh. And we're also gonna keep doing shoulder and lat work. So step out to the side, reach your top arm over your head so you get that good stretch all the way through your lats and your hips. Come back to center. Same thing on the other side. I'm gonna go for 20 of these total. And 20. Cool. Excellent. Once we're done with that, we're going to go into push-up and do a side plank. So, if you need to do these on your knees, so be it. Try doing them on your toes. We're going to go for a set of 20 of these guys. Keep a wide stance with your feet. Come into your push-up. Open out to the side, coming up strong, and then popping up into the other side. Start whenever you're ready. Count out your 20. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Cool. This one. All right, we're going to take a reverse lunge to a straight leg kick, 15 on each leg. So left hand out in front of you, right leg goes back, and then fire up to kick towards that hand 15 times. Once you finish your 15, just switch sides right into it. Cool. All right, we're gonna do 2 more warm-up exercises. I know this all counts as warm-up. So, we're gonna do a set of diamond push-ups. We're gonna go for a set of 15 of these guys. Think about, as you do your push-up, you're popping yourself away from the floor very quickly, and as you go down, you're lowering your heart really close down to your hands, okay? Again, keep a wide stance with your feet. We'll go 15, lots of breathing. Stay strong in your core so your hips don't do anything weird. I mean, doing weird hip things is fun, but not while you're doing push-ups. Okay, 15, here we go. Nice, Jim. Good work, Ruben. Excellent. All right, last warm-up exercise are going to be single leg squats. We're going to go for 15 on each leg. Try to keep your hips level with the floor. So as you go down, your hips don't rock like so. But you're going to reach down towards your opposite foot. Coming up 15 times. As you come up, think about squeezing from your butt so your hips kind of come forwards a little bit. Once you're done with 15 on one side, just go straight into the other. So done with that, rest for about 30 to 60 seconds-ish. And then we'll get into our first superset. Okay, so we're gonna go for a push-up to kick through. So that one that we did with the high lunge and the rotation, that was kind of a warm-up for this next guy. So we're gonna go for 10 of these push-ups. And the way that it looks, I'll do slow-mo for the first one, and then you guys just chime in whenever you're ready. Push up, high lunge, bottom leg kicks through as you pull your shoulder blade back, keeping the leg level with the floor. Walk yourself all the way back. Push up on the other side, bottom leg comes through to post. Going for 10 of these. Nice. Good, Jim. Beautiful. Excellent work. Okay, so we're going to come to a set of ice skaters. So ice skaters, you start off with one foot in the air, you hop over there, and then you decelerate. So you're using your glute med to control the movement. So you hop out to the side, back leg crosses over, then you hop over to the other side. So we're going to go 20 of these, firing off the leg to pop yourself over. Once you finish at 20, let your heart rate come down. Excellent. And then the third exercise in the superset is going to be downward dog, alternating toe touch. So you hold your downward dog, and then reach for opposite toe 20 times. Cool. Then once you finish at 20, hang out, rest somewhere between 30 and 60 seconds. And we're going to go back to the push-up where you kick your leg through. I wish that they had a better name, but I'm just going to call them whoop-de-doos. If anyone ever does capoeira, it seems like a capoeira kind of thing to do. Okay, so rest is all fine and good, but now it's time to get back to work. So back on the ground, 10 push-ups where you kick your bottom leg through. And you can do these as fast as you want to. Ribbon, go for it. Just like fire through, kick that bottom leg through so you're swinging that bottom leg underneath. And then pop yourself back as quick as can be. There you go. Nice. All right, going for 10. Beautiful, Jim. Nice, Jim. When you come back, think about bringing the elbow back like you're trying to elbow somebody. Great, rest for like 2 seconds. Then we're gonna come up, we're gonna go back into the ice skaters. All right, so 20 of these guys. Coming up, start whenever you're ready. Going for 20. Cool, let your heart rate come down, but not too much. And we'll come to your last set of the downward dog, alternating toe touch. Point on form. So when you're holding the downward dog, you can either let your head kind of like sink on either side of your biceps, or we're going to use your subscapularis to kind of draw your shoulder blades back so your shoulders are engaged while you're doing it. So you're alternating which arm is taking all your upper body weight. All right, so if you feel your shoulders getting sloppy and collapsing, push yourself away from the floor further. All right? Okay, start whenever you're ready. Go for 20. Super duper. Nice work, Jim. Excellent. All right, rest for about 60 seconds, then we'll get ready for our next superset. All right, so next superset, we're going to be doing body weight shoulder press. So there's a couple different ways to do this. If anyone wants to try the really hard way, use a wall and you kick yourself up and then you do your shoulder press like so, okay? If you don't have a wall you can kick your feet up against, we'll do it straight from downward dog and then lower the crown of your head. All right? So whichever one you want to go for, you can go for if you want to start on the wall and then make your way down to the floor, that's fine too. We're going to go for a set of 15 of these no matter what. Okay, so taking your downward dog, keep your back straight and your legs straight, bend at the elbows till the crown of your head comes down to the floor, push yourself back up 15 times. Cool. Nice one. By the end of that, your shoulders should be feeling something. Ideally fatigue, but not pain. Like, you know, if it hurts like an ouch, just don't do it, ever. That's like a good lesson for life. It's funny when you go to the doctor and you're like, oh, my thing hurts, so like stop touching it. Like, sure. Easy for you to say. All right, so we're gonna hold a squat, nice and deep. We're going to step one foot back into a lunge, come back into that squat. Step your other foot back, come back into the squat. So your legs are never straightening. We're going to go for 20 of these. those suck. Yeah, by the end of those, your quads are like, yeah, I'm feeling something. All right, and then, so that was an isometric. Mostly we're gonna finish it up with the jumpy one. So hands up behind your head like you're a prisoner. Squat, and then jump so your feet leave the floor. We're gonna do that 10 times. If you're like, nah, I don't wanna jump, just come up onto your toes. So you're still coming up quick enough to either leave the ground or have your toes come up. And it's only 10, so. Woo. Good, rest for like 30 seconds. And then we'll do that round one more time. Okie doke, body weight shoulder press. You guys' form look good. Actually, Jim, 1 point on form. When you're doing the push back up, try to think about pressing your butt to the ceiling and less to like the corner of the wall behind you. I know it's kind of weird, but if you change the angle just a little bit more like that so your biceps are in line with your ears, and then maintain that to push back up, you keep all the load directly on your shoulder and you can't use your chest. You got a big strong chest, everyone wants to use their chest, so it's kind of hard to maintain that position. But we all do our best given the circumstances that are thrust upon us. All right, so start whenever you're ready. We'll go for 15. Stay nice and straight through your back. Lower your head down to the floor, push yourself back up. Jim, looking good. Ruben, looking solid. Nice. Beautiful set, Jim. Nice one, Ruben. Good work. Okay, so holding that deep squat again. So you start out here, like you're gonna take a poop in the woods, like that, and then you're gonna step in it. So go with that 20 times. Think about keeping your core engaged. And as it starts getting difficult, just keep your butt low down to the ground. Oh, nice. People always ask me, like, how does Jake Gyllenhaal keep such a bubble butt? It's by doing that all the time. All right, it's also by doing prisoner squat jumps. So going for 10. Either having your feet leave the floor or just coming up on your toes, but hands are staying up here. So that means that you can't use any momentum, right? Squatting deep, coming up 10 times. Excellent. Once all done with those, rest. And then if you have a exercise pad or a mat, or something, you can bring that out. If you don't, just tough it out on the floor. I think the only place that you can't do core exercises is in a hammock or a car. Actually, you could use a hammock. I lied. All right, so
The goal for the next section is to do enough crunches so it feels like your abs are getting ripped out of your stomach. So we're going to do 25 crunches straight up and down, but the way that we're going to make it difficult is by holding at the top of each crunch. So think about taking a deep breath on the way down, and then on the way up it's a long exhale. So you're holding the crunch long enough to get all the air out of your lungs. So like, and then back, okay? So going for 25 of those, hands can go behind your head or across your chest, doesn't really matter, as long as you maintain a good space between your chin and your chest. Get that big exhale at the top. It's kind of a good way to keep yourself honest. And as you get close to your end of 25, think about holding it just a hair longer at the top. Ideally, your abs should be like burning and screaming by the end of 25 crunches. Okay. Oh, good. Nice, good, strong crunches. Everybody loves those. I mean, no one loves them while you're doing them, but afterwards you're like, yay, I got a good, strong core. I am awesome. Okay, I'll leave everyone a few more seconds to finish those up because everyone breathes a little bit differently. So, Jim. All right, now I'm going to put your hands underneath your butt, and we're going to hold a crunch as you do flutter kicks. All right, so you're holding yourself up, lengthening out through your spine, so you're not like tucking your chin into your chest, but you maintain that space. You're just kicking your legs so the movement's coming out of your hips. Go for 20 more. Two more. Okay. Ouch. So good. You can cross your right ankle over your left knee. Left hand comes up behind your head to support your head. We're going to crunch up and twist left elbow towards your right knee. So it's a crunch with rotation. Try to get as close as you can. So I'm like there, that's easy. And then that's when I have to do that little extra push to make that connection at the very top. We're going to go for 15 on each side. Start whenever you're ready. Coming up and try to make the connection. Just coming up to there is like easy, anyone can do that. But pushing that extra inch or two is when your core has to actually work. Okay, once you finish your set of 15, we'll just switch sides. Same deal, crunching up with that good strong twist. When it starts getting difficult, squeeze just a little bit harder. Nice one. All right, once we're done with that, we'll flip you over in your tummy. All right, so we're gonna hold 2 planks. Both of them are gonna be for 60 seconds. The first one is gonna be an around the world plank. So you're holding your plank, you're gonna raise one arm up for 15 seconds, one leg up for 15 seconds, other leg up for 15 seconds, another arm up for 15 seconds. So it's a minute. Second plank's just gonna be a simple asymmetric hold. Okay? So getting down on your forearms, and we'll start in 3, 2, 1, raising your right arm up, trying to keep your body level with the floor. So as that right arm comes up, you're not rolling through the hips. You're still drawing your right hip down to the ground. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Bring that right arm down. Right leg comes up behind you, pushing out through the heel. Good. Keeping your hips low down to the ground. Reuben. Nice, Jim. Flex the foot. 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left leg comes up. Same thing on the other side. Keeping your hips low down to the ground. Pushing out through the heel so the back heel is flexed. Good. 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then left arm comes up, reaching straight out in front of you. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on down. Cool. So rest for like 30 seconds or so, and then we'll come to the last plank. Take off my hat for this last plank. So Dimity cut my hair yesterday. I think she did a good job. I don't know though. I'm gonna wear a hat for a while. All right, 3, 2, 1, starting the plank. Coming on into it. So dropping your hips down, pushing out through the heels and the crown of your head. So you're making your body as long as you can. As you inhale, your rib cage expands. As you exhale, tuck your belly button into your spine. Funny, after the around the world plank, this one feels kind of easy, right? Okay, we're at 30 seconds. Staying strong in the core. We have 15 seconds to go. Nice, Jim. Stay strong. Reuben, stay awesome. 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on down. You can rest in child's pose. Stretch out your lower back. And we're coming up and we'll finish with a hip flexor stretch. So on your knees, we'll step your left foot forwards. So on your right knee, and just giving a gentle pulse to stretch out that right hip flexor. So, how do astronomers get ready for a party? They plan it. Get it? Plan it? Alright, then we'll switch sides. Right leg out in front of you. Left knee on the floor, and just gentle pulse. I actually got a whole book of dad jokes for my birthday the other day. So, I got a lot of material to work with. Alright, we're ready. We'll come all the way up to standing. We'll finish with a hamstring stretch to finish. Both hands up over your head. And then exhale to fold, down into easy forward fold. Shake your head, no. Take a few deep breaths. And then whenever you're ready to come out of it, bend at the knees, curling all the way back up. Do a little happy dance, because you're done.